En cette période de...
In this Christmas season, this period so special for the world, and particularly for us French, I wanted to address you. Christmas is not, as some would somewhat dryly reduce it to be, just a simple year-end celebration, an occasion for an evening or an extra day off. It is a unique celebration, a moment that holds an incomparable dimension because these blessed days carry within them a message of peace and love, of hope and life. Christmas invites us to be our best, to fraternity and sharing, to altruism and generosity. Christmas invites us to reconnect with the essential. For some, this celebration is spiritual. For many, it will be familial and friendly. And for all, it is profoundly human because it invites all people of goodwill to withdraw the world, our world, from the small and large quarrels of men. That is why it is important to continue to celebrate Christmas and dare to wish a Merry Christmas. It is a privileged moment for each of us to try to forget the daily worries, to remove oneself from the world's turmoil, and perhaps, I hope for everyone, to illuminate the unfortunate shadows of life with a ray of light. To not stop but slow down, listen but above all hear, think of others and of course share. That is why in these days our most affectionate thoughts go first to the sick or those in need, to the lonely or those facing misfortune. They also go to the people dear to our hearts who will not or no longer be with us. And they go particularly this year to the persecuted Christians in the world for their faith, in the East, in Africa. I naturally think of Syria, after 14 years of war that forced 80% of the faithful to flee, but also to Nigeria, where attacks against Christian communities and often churches are recurrent. We think of them. We will support them unwaveringly. For us, French people who experience these moments as a magical instant, it is a celebration of love and friendship, meetings with others, family reunions, a magical illumination in the eyes of the children, these children who are the legitimate center and driving force of our lives. Christmas comes with joy to remind us of a simple truth, a truth that is useful to repeat in these days of division and war, in these days of doubt and often solitude. For many, nothing is stronger, more important, more essential than what connects us. Nothing should matter more to us than the harmony of men and peace among peoples. For our nation, which is nothing more than a large family, a family of heart and spirit that brings together all the French, it should be the moment to find in appeasement and fraternity, in mutual listening and sharing, the pleasure of being together among those we love, in a country as wonderful as France. Very happy Christmas to all.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले.
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.